Hello, Delmarva. I'm Alan Horwitz from Ingerman Horwitz. Here at WBOC's Historic Studio D, Delmarva Life starts right now.
Everyone. Thank you, Alan. Good job. It is Tuesday, March 13th. I'm Lisa Bryant.
I'm Jimmy Hoppa. Welcome to Historic Studio D for Delmarva Life.
We'd like to welcome our studio audience today. Give us a round of applause. I said give us a round of applause. Yeah. Give yourself a round of applause.
We got a full house today.
We sure do. And it's a fun show today.
We're going to have to move into a bigger building.
You think so?
Saying, yeah, we don't have enough room here.
Put in your request. So today is a big day for Maryland students, a lot of them starting their state tests.
Oh, yeah.
The Maryland state assessments started today.
And there was a lot of, and you've got one that's going.
I've got one who's he's in 7th grade, so he has some math tests and some things going on. But last night he was all about following the rules of getting to bed early, which was wonderful. There's no homework when they have their MSA, so that's always nice. It's one less thing we have to
loosen up a little bit,
kind of worry about at night. But it was so funny. He gets up this morning and says, you know, my teacher says I have to have a good breakfast, so he demanded that Dad make him waffles this morning.
And of course, Dad did.
And Dad did.
Because he knew.
He's all ready for his tests.
So good. MSA start today.
Today.
And DCAS in Delaware starts on Friday.
And hopefully they're using the peppermint pencils. Remember we were talking about those? The peppermint Smensels.
Smensels. Supposed to sharpen your recollection and concentration.
Sharpen your brain. And
sharpen your brain.
Yeah.
Neat stuff.
Yeah.
Some more neat stuff.
Yeah.
Actually has to do with basketball. That's one of our hot topics this afternoon. University of Delaware women's basketball program thrust into the national spotlight. Boy, don't you hate it when that happens. Did so well in the CAAs. They're now into the NCAA. They're going to the big dance.
Yes, Delaware received the number 3 seed in the Des Moines region.
Staying in the bottom half of the region.
And there we go.
Delaware against Arkansas,
UD will face 14th seeded Arkansas Little Rock on their home floor. The game is set for Sunday at 5:20 on ESPN2. There they are receiving the news.
Yeah, they were a little thrilled about that.
They were extremely thrilled about that.
Don't think I could blame them.
Yeah. Congratulations to them. All kinds of basketball coming up this week. I'm excited.
Are you a big March Madness fan?
I get into it when my team gets into it. The Mountaineers are playing Thursday night, playing Gonzaga. So I'll be watching that. Yes.
Kat, our assignment coordinator, bless her, she's like vibrating. Has it started yet? Has it started? So you can see some of those games on WBOC, of course. Also want to say congratulations to Chef Jay Caputo, who is the chef and owner of Espuma in Rehoboth Beach. He is one of 20 semifinalists for Best Chef Mid-Atlantic in the James Beard Foundation Award for 2012.
Yeah, also want to congratulate Sam Calagione, founder and president of Dogfish Head Craft Brewery in Milton. He's one of 20 semifinalists in the outstanding wine and spirits professional category.
Yeah, this is a really big thing that recognizes people who are really, really talented in the particular categories like food and beverages and things like that. So congratulations to you guys. That's awesome to get a recognition like that. Absolutely fascinating.
Also want to send out best wishes to Salisbury University head lacrosse coach Jim Berkman. He found out he was working out this weekend and he was at the gym. He had some cardiac symptoms.
Yeah.
Did the right thing, went to PRMC. He had a heart cath and received 2 stents.
Found a little bit of blockage. Of course, went to PRMC, the best place you can go for something like that. But A, we wish you the best and get back on your feet as quickly as possible. And B, it's just such a remarkable example. Here is a guy who is one of the most fit men that I know, and still he needs to keep up with what's going on. So if you have some of those symptoms, and women as well, because
they're different for women.
Different symptoms.
Yeah, find out what those symptoms are.
Pay attention to that. Don't just brush it off and say, oh, I'm going to get through this. It's more than just that.
Yes, absolutely.
So you smoke with your kids in the car all the time, do you?
Well, A, I don't smoke.
Oh, yeah, well, there's that.
And B, my kids hardly ever ride in the car with me anymore because they have their own cars. Well,
So they never come over.
yeah.
You know,
But
we were talking about smoking earlier.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We're going to get to the point here in just a second. I remember when I was growing up, my dad was a 3-pack-a-day man.
Ooh.
And now I understand just exactly what the problem with that is. But I can remember walking. Let me know if anybody's ever experienced this. I can remember as a kid walking through the house, and because he'd been smoking so much, there was like a wave of smoke, a layer of smoke. You remember that? A layer of smoke in the house. The reason we mention that is because there is a bill going through Maryland.
Yeah,
right
Maryland residents would not be able to smoke in a vehicle with a young passenger younger than 8. That measure has received preliminary approval in the state Senate. So we thought that was interesting. So we put it out on Facebook, asking people, should lawmakers be telling you what to do in your own car? Toby Donaway said, I feel the same way I did about affirmative action. It's a pity. We need a law for that.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Lisa Anthony, got Lisa Anthony. She said, yes, because it's like child abuse to submit a baby to smoke when they can't even say no.
And Bonnie Peters summed it up with one word, and that is no. She does not think they should legislate what you do in your car. Someone even said on there, well, they already do with seat belts.
Yeah. But
the issue here being small children in a car with the windows up and parents or whoever smoking.
Right. Somebody's got to stand up for the kids.
Someone has to stand up for the kids. So.
Because unfortunately, it seems like this society has turned to be so much about me.
Yeah.
But it interrupts my convenience. If I want to smoke in my car, why can't I? Well, yeah, there's a baby in the back, but I'm the one smoking. I want to smoke.
I can't even stand it when I pull up to, and nothing against smokers, I just don't like it when I pull up to a stoplight and I have my sunroof open and I can smell smoke from another car. Sometimes just that little bit is enough to give me a headache. So, you know, just use common sense.
Carol shuts down. She's got asthma.
Really?
Yeah, she just shuts down. She quits breathing.
That's
so
amazing.
We try to watch out for that. Speaking of smoke.
Yeah?
Actually, it's not really the same kind of smoke. Ocean Pines Fire Department, they're looking for volunteers. They have got 8,000 residents in Ocean Pines out of a 62 people in their Volunteer Firefighters Association. They've got 15 firefighters, so they're looking for more. Now, I bring that up for 2 reasons. First, if you or even your kids, follow me out here, can volunteer to help the firefighters, it's a wonderful thing. And here's why I say that. Let me show you a couple pictures, because here's a young man I could not be more proud of. Standing in that bucket, you see the 4, the one without the helmet, that's my son. 15-year-old Zach is a cadet with the Laurel Fire Department.
All right.
This was a live fire burn. That's him coming back down. And I got to tell you the truth, it was one thing to see him standing up on the roof and hacking through, making the ventilation holes and understanding everything that he's doing. And it's something he wants to do.
That's awesome.
And I can't tell you how proud Dad is of him.
A proud papa moment.
Oh my. So if you have an opportunity to find out more about that, it's a good idea.
Hey, let's get back to cigarette smoking and kids.
Yeah.
This has actually happened in Slovakia. 2 kids were apparently smoking outside a Slovakian castle, and well, they caught the grass on fire.
Okay.
And then they caught the castle on fire. Take a
my
look
goodness.
at that. Can you believe that? Playing with cigarettes, smoking.
Wow.
See, that's what happens, kids. You might burn down a castle.
How do you catch a castle on fire?
Yeah, right?
Look at that.
Apparently, they were outside, and there was grass outside the castle.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's no moat.
Yeah, apparently not. Man.
But it did a lot of damage, as you can see. This castle in Slovakia dates back to the 14th century. Fortunately, they say that 90% of the ancient artifacts that were inside were saved.
They saved them. Oh, good.
They saved them, but I don't know how you look at that. Wonder if those kids will ever smoke a cigarette again.
Oh, I hope not. Gee whiz.
Yeah.
How many here have kids? Do you involve them in sports? Did you involve them in sports? Do you want them involved in sports? It's good. We're the same way. I put Zach through baseball, and he did football for a while, did soccer for a while. they're thinking that there's a possible relationship between sports and young kids that may be leading to more ACL injuries, which is there's a ligament in your knee right here that holds your knee together, and right there, I know you couldn't see that. They're saying that there are more kids under 14 that are suffering these ACL injuries.
Really?
We're thinking, well, you know, they're kids, they'll bounce back. Well, there's a study now that's coming out by the pediatric orthopedic surgeons that are saying that if you don't have that corrected, even if it's by surgery, if you let it go for as short a time as 12 weeks, it may be irreparable.
Really?
So,
in kids?
And, you know, sometimes they just want, oh, I hurt.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to pay attention to
Yeah.
them. So pay real close attention. The ACL's right there in the knee.
I just remember being a kid and being so tough on my knees. We were cheerleaders, and we would jump up, you know, like jump up and land on our knees, literally, with our feet underneath us. And you know, you don't think about it when you're a kid. Those knees should last you the rest of your life. And I tell my kids that. I'm like, you know, take care of your knees, take care of your body, take care of your credit. You know, these are things that you don't want, you do not want to go bad. There's a couple other things that I tell them in there too to hold on tight to.
but yeah, this whole knee thing was something real
that is
ticklish.
amazing.
I mean, we hear it all the time with pro and even college players, you know, torn ACL, oh, that's really bad. But yeah, watch out for the kids, because that could be really bad.
I remember going to band camp, and a lot of the kids had the knee braces from marching.
Really?
That's bad for your knees, apparently, the way we had to march and everything.
See, that's why I don't do anything. I just sit on the couch at home.
You weren't in the marching band?
I am protecting my ACL. I play basketball. I messed up my ankles.
You played basketball?
It's hard to believe, isn't it?
I know.
Yeah, people say, oh, I bet you were good. Yeah, until I found out everybody else was better.
Yeah. Huh, that's interesting. Well, hey, this news came out last week, or I think it was on Friday, but we didn't see a picture. Do you remember Dick Vandyke? Well, he's...
Who would not remember Dick Vandyke? Come on.
Well, for only the second time in his life, he is a newlywed.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Look at this guy.
The 86-year-old tied the knot. Actually did it on Leap Day, February 29th. He looks like a giddy young groom in this picture with his new bride. She is makeup artist Arlene Silver. She's 40 years old. So do the math.
40.
He was 46 when she was born.
Oh my.
Vandyke and Silver met 6 years ago at the SAG Awards. This is, like I said, his second marriage. So yeah, 86, a newlywed.
Now anybody else, you'd think, oh, what an old creeper.
Yeah.
But we're talking Dick Vandyke.
This is Dick Vandyke. I bet you he's...
Maybe he'd just be that fun.
No, I bet he'd be a delightful person to hang out with.
He would be, wouldn't he?
A few lines from Mary Poppins, please. Although I'd be like, Rob, I mean, oh, Rob.
He went over the ottoman again.
Yeah.
Up next on Delmarva Live, St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner. It's going to be here in a matter of days.
So it is time to cook up a St. Patty's Day meal. Brian Spiros is at the Kitchen and Company in Lewis. Some common cooking gadgets that will make your work in the kitchen a lot easier.
Delmarva Live, life at its best, here on Delmarva.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future, and Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897.